Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today once again with a daily reset video here in regards to all the upcoming events that are starting live as well. Some quick reminders here for those of you that are also getting on here before the reset happens. So, without further ado, guys, if you want to stay up to date with Marvel Strike Force content, crush these events completely free to play, just like myself. Please make sure you hit that like button and give the channel a follow for future videos just like this. So first and foremost, a big win over the weekend. Obviously, what we saw from the blog post was actually there has been a new milestone that's been added now with respect to KNULL. It's actually in the command center, as you can see here, and then under King and Black. So obviously this is only going to be applicable for you folks that already have KNULL unlocked. But you can see, so as long as you're actually doing blitz battles with them each day, you can actually earn up to 5 red from free, and that's just simply doing the blitz with KNULL. That's going to give you the red stars there. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. Most of us should actually be elevating to either a 4-star or a 5-star now with the return of Battle World and having concluded in this last week as well. Make sure you guys take advantage of that fully. Now, all having said that, I also like to point out some other events that are kind of wrapping up here, because remember, this is going to be the last week now for an X-Man in Space. So this has been the monthly event here for April. Obviously, accumulating shards here of Havoc. Most of us should be getting closer and closer now to the final week here in terms of these last few milestones, right? A couple shards here and there, some gold, some training resources, but more importantly, some crimson gear that we can also take advantage of. Having said that, I mean, obviously we have the Race to X that's also ongoing. We have the See No Evo, which is also wrapping up in just a few hours when this video goes live. So just keep this in mind, guys. Remember with this one, it was a mixture of things, you know, a lot of pay to play aspect, unfortunately, but you should have been able to get to milestone 14 here, as you can see, right, with the majority of the scoring coming from the battle world, using star jammers as well in Crucible. So that's how we've been able to accumulate it. But hopefully you guys have been close enough to actually get up to milestone 14 or maybe even 15 if you're able to actually capitalize on a few other additional scoring. But having said that, we did a breakdown video yesterday, just a quick little overview of the one that's going to be starting this week, which is called the Monkey Business event, right? Monkey Business is an opportunity here for additional gear tier 20. There's a leaderboard associated with that, and obviously also the accumulation of these gear tier 20 pieces for Age of X. But only the top 4,000 players are going to be able to dabble in that in the Hit Monkey diamond here. So just something to be mindful of if you're interested in that. Having said that, when we were going through the review as well, guys, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward event. There's going to be a lot of points coming from the simple battling in, you know, raids with Vigilante. If you have Hit Monkey or any of the other newer characters for the Vigilante team, you're gonna be able to accumulate more points, but again, you need them at 5 stars and above. So that's kind of the caveat there. And then lastly, there are actually going to be points tied back to the Monkey Business, the Primate Orb fragments in the Fallen Dimensions, and that is actually fit in game now. If you guys haven't had a chance to take a look, it's under events, and yet you can actually scroll to the far right. Shadow King obviously still ongoing for another week here or so, so make sure you guys take advantage of that. But there's 2 Fallen Dimensions that they actually outlined in the blog. There's a regular one that's going to give you the opportunity here to utilize other skill characters, and then there's another one that's basically requiring the full Vigilante team. And obviously the harder and more difficult one is going to give you more rewards here. I believe they already associated that here, but you can see there's actually more of these professional primate orb fragments, right? So that's what's going to be associated there. And I believe isn't there rewards as well? Oh no, it's just essentially these orb fragments as you accumulate there. But the cool thing is with the Fallen Dimension, the regular one, you can actually see all the rewards again. It comes with more of these professional primate orbs, and again, it's going to be tied back to the leaderboard. So obviously, if you do better in both events, this is going to help accelerate and add more points to the overall leaderboard. Having said that, what I like about this one is that you can actually see all the rewards here already for the Fallen Dimension, the regular one. So quite a bit. Crimson gear is obviously going to be a big one. There's the alternate skin for Punisher, as you can see, gold, isolate purple, and so forth. And then remember, you can do this twice, so you can also do the timed one, which gives you basically the accumulation of the same rewards that you already earned for the first one. Now, having said that, guys, the good news is that when you're going through this now, remember, this one actually gives you the opportunity to use other skill characters I think the exception was one of these nodes would only allow you to use 3 characters, so very similar to Escape from KNULL. But as you can see right here, as you elevate and work your way top down through the different nodes, it's actually not bad. The enemy level is already previewed here, so assuming this all holds true, it's actually not too bad in terms of progression wise. So you don't necessarily need Vigilante, in my honest opinion. Maybe unless they have some built-in turn meter that they're starting up with, and we have to make sure that we go against that or strategize. But this last node though, it is going to be a little bit trickier because you can see we're up against a pretty powerful underworld team. But again, a lot of these characters aren't really statistically up to date unless this is the new Taskmaster that's been reworked, obviously, for the new Thunderbolts. But aside from that, honestly, it looks pretty good. Skill and global also being the option that you can have for the last and final boss here. So I think this is completely doable even without Vigilante. We'll see in the meantime, guys, though. If we are able to get through, I'll definitely revisit this and give you guys an update on which teams I used to get through. But yeah, the good news is that you likely probably won't need to invest in Vigilante right away here. But remember, they are required anyways for the Chaotic Storm raid. So either way, it's going to be an investment for yourself here. And then aside from that, guys, if we're just going through top down of what's happening, remember Hitmonkey is also getting released here in just a few days. I believe he's actually joining the game on the 21st. So yeah, actually, so that would be today. It should be today at reset. So be on the lookout for that. He's gonna be joining, which is a great timing here because obviously synergizing with the Fallen Dimensions release, we got the Monkey Business event, all that kind of makes sense, right? With him coming out today, then expect that there's going to be a promotional offer in terms of giving you Red Star opportunities for an increase in 15%. So make sure you capitalize on that and make sure you're able to, if you are planning to unlock them, you can use power cores or you can actually pay as well. So that in a nutshell is kind of what's happening, guys. Aside from that, everything we've been seeing, right? So again, as a quick reminder, make sure you take advantage of the free no red stars. This has been awesome. Just blitz, that you can accumulate that there, finish up the events that that's kind of ending up here as well, and then finally get ready for Monkey Business Crimson Storm. This is usually tied back to just raiding with your alliance mates in Chaotic Storm. So there you guys have it. That in a nutshell is the events that we have to look forward to for the week. And remember, this is going to be the last of the month of April to capitalize on any additional Havoc shards as well. So do thank you for your time as always. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.